Alright everybody, welcome back to another prediction video. This week we got Donald Trump versus Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren started out with low poll numbers, but has since been gaining her way up the totem pole and may very well be the Democratic nominee for president. But we're going to go down the list and we're going to fill in all the states that Trump is easily going to get. There we go. And then Alaska. Okay, so those are all the states Donald Trump is easily going to get. Let's talk about the states Elizabeth Warren is easily going to get. Well, oh, sorry, let me unfill out Nevada. She's going to get that, and then she's going to get most of the Northeast, and she's going to get that. Okay. And then obviously she's going to get Hawaii. So, going around here, I think Elizabeth Warren, I think New Mexico would be safe for her, but I think she does a really good job of energizing the base a lot better than Joe Biden can, which I think would make a lot of states like Nevada and Minnesota safe in her hands. But going around here, I think that because she can do such a good job of energizing the base, she could pick up a lot of states. So let's go around here. I'm going to come back to that one, actually. I think that Virginia would be, for her, would be likely for her. Same thing with New Hampshire, just because she can turn out the base so well. Let's go down the list, see what else she would get. First of all, I do think Michigan would flip. I think Michigan is going in a more Republican. I think it was a fluke for Donald Trump, and I think she would get that. I'm going to give Maine at large. I'm going to say that's likely. I'm not sure about the one district. I'll come back to that. I think that I do think that Ohio would be leaning for Trump because it's a red state. It's a very conservative state. Florida will come back to. North Carolina will come back to. I do think that Georgia would be leaning. You know what? I actually think this would be likely in Trump's column because Elizabeth Warren. Actually, no, I'm going to put it back in lean because Elizabeth Warren can't enter, or she doesn't do well with minorities, and if a Democrat isn't going to do super well with minorities in Georgia, they're not going to win Georgia. Obviously, she'd win the African American vote, but I don't think you'd see an unprecedented turnout for a Democratic candidate amongst minority voters if Elizabeth Warren is the nominee or if Bernie Sanders is the nominee. But I do think she could energize enough people to make Georgia relatively close. I think Trump would get North Carolina by the skin of his teeth. He'd get it, but he'd get it by the skin of his teeth. And you know what? I think I'm going to put Michigan in the likely Warren column. I think that Wisconsin and Pennsylvania would be leaning in Warren's column, and that would give her the presidency at 276 electoral votes. I I think that Iowa would be lean. You know what? Because she can do. I think she could do well with a lot of rural voters, and for that reason, I'm going to say she barely gets. I'm trying to think. Would she? No, I'm going to give that one to Trump. I'm going to give Iowa to Trump by the skin of his teeth. But I could see Warren getting Nebraska second. I'm going to put that in the tilt Warren column. Um, I actually could see Warren doing okay in Arizona. I think she'd get it by the skin of her teeth with the way she can energize voters. And I think Trump would narrowly get Florida. So this would be the final electoral map. 290 electoral votes for Elizabeth Warren, thus making her the 45th president, or the 46th president of the United States. Oh, and I forgot to put Maine's first. I'm going to say Maine's first is tilting Trump. So this leaves Elizabeth Warren with 290 electoral votes, thus making her the first woman president of the United States. It leaves Donald Trump with 248. Main reasoning, I think Warren does a better job of energizing her base than Joe Biden does. I don't think she'd do super uber duper well, but I don't think she'd do as well as Bernie Sanders. But I do think she could. I do think she could energize the base quite a bit. And this would be the final electoral map. Let me know what you guys think. Leave comments and suggestions below. And yeah, thanks. Bye.